I do know about Deuteronomy, and I have done videos on that. But one thing that has not been spoken about, at least I haven't heard, is about how tarot is a symbolic representation of biblical principles. All right, so there's many different ways of how to explain this, but one way is that when the game was first developed in the 1600s, I believe in Italy, the major arcana are based off of religious figures, based off of religious archetypes. So when people say that tarot is one of the things that aren't biblical, well, tarot wasn't even developed when they first wrote Deuteronomy, quote unquote, wrote Deuteronomy, and rewrote Deuteronomy and rewrote it and rewrote it. It wasn't until hundreds of years after the development and the popularity of tarot that they decided to impose that into the text. It developed into a form of divination, but it wasn't always a form of divination. It was actually a game. And you can still play it as a game if you wanted to. But anything can be used as a form of divination. There's hundreds of forms of divination, and at least about 100 of them are in the Bible, but they do not call them by the divinatory name. I have some of them mentioned in the second edition of the Angel Lunar Planner. I have a download that you can find somewhere on my page, wherever you may be listening to this. But understand that not just tarot, but other forms of divination are actually practiced even in the Bible, but people do not do their own research. They find one scripture and they will latch their whole existence to that scripture. And that's the way how you're taught. And that's their interpretation of that scripture. They may have went to a seminary, but it doesn't mean that they were taught properly in that seminary. Remember, everything is like a story with archetypes, protagonists, antagonists, and a common theme. The Bible is written, both the Old Testament and the New Testament, to come together to form one cohesive story. And the masculine is the Old Testament, the feminine is the New Testament. So with that all being said, is that you have to take your own responsibility and do studying for yourself. Just don't latch on to what other people may call as truth.